Aloha, everyone. Welcome to the show. Let me just make sure we got everything popping. First thing we wanted to do is today we're going to do something dope. I have the Clubhouse room open, so if you are a member of Let's Get Live Club on Clubhouse, make sure you jump in. What we're going to do is make it so that you folks can hear what's going on the show, but I won't necessarily be talking back to you just yet. If you have question and you aren't available to jump on YouTube, as soon as we are done here, we will jump in and be able to ask your questions. When my mods come in, I'll put my mods up. And so DJ Strick and I will be doing this interview right now. I'm so excited to speak to him, but we won't be focusing on the room right away. We will go to the room for questions. But if you are in the room and you have a question, feel free to jump over to youtube.com/DocRock so that you can jump into it and, kind of see what's going on, ask your question right there, and we'll do what we can. But we will be in the Clubhouse room, sort of the after party, the after show, as a chance to do some question and answer. This is our first time trying this, so if it's goofy, we're going to work through it because we're just like that. Without further ado, I'd like to bring up my man, DJ Strick, who's going to be our guest today, and I am so super excited to have him on my show. Like, this is going to be a blast. So let me bring in my buddy Strick right quick. Yo!
Strick City is on the stream. I would normally say like I'm in the building, but I'm not in the building, but I am on the stream. Doc, how you doing?
You're in the
this morning,
building
man?
at your house. You're just not here in Honolulu. I wish you was here though, because we go get something to eat, go have us a good old time. You know what I mean?
Dude, listen, Doc, I'm doing 21 days of prayer. I can't be over on the island right now.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're better off. You're better off set where you're set. And
in Birmingham, Alabama, right?
Our family is jumping in the game. We got Michelle, NBC Brandon. Yo, that is like way too big, Michelle. You just came in with the big fan. She's in there. Oh, we have celebrities in the house. What's up, Kat? Good to see you here. First time, what is it? Long time listener, first time caller. Kat, good to see you here. Oh, that's awesome. We got Miss Eileen. Love me some Miss Eileen. We got Mr. Rob. Hello, Rob. Anita, yes, Anita, we will do this question in just a second. Just saying hello. I see Rel, she's from Hawaii. She's in the building. Aloha, Rel. I want to know about this Locomoco that's going on. And my man Steve just came here. His first time catching the show live. And Kat also says first time catching the show live. So this is cool. This is actually cool. Yeah, good to see you. All Things YouTube is also here. So, man, I cannot tell you how much dope stuff that's been going on in Clubhouse yesterday. Man, incredible situation where India, one of my Padawan, I call her, my mentee. I never even used these words before, so it's weird to say them. Yes, my mentee, and she had to drive up the coast, and she didn't want to be by herself. So there was literally like 20 of us at a time kicking it with her, driving up the freeway on Clubhouse. The things that people are doing with Clubhouse is quite incredible to me. So
it's unbelievable.
Yes.
And I was kind of upset that she didn't have any snacks for us when she stopped for gas.
Right?
Like at least, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, are we there yet? That's what we should have started doing. We should have started going, are we there yet? Are we there yet? So one of the
really
things,
cool. Like for us to be able to ride with her, I thought it was really cool.
I think so too. It was interesting, and it was something that I think brought a different perspective. Like, there's not many social media apps where you're going to ride dirty with your homie up the freeway for miles on end. I think for her, it was like a 3 or 4 hour drive, and it was fantastic. Everyone.
What do you think about 20, 25 of us?
Oh, yeah. No, so at one point we got up to 30, which was just incredible. I mean, yeah.
And whatever platform can you do that? So with this Clubhouse platform, with the low bandwidth that it has, you're able to get all those people on at one time. And even though she may have been in struggling cell service while she was driving, I think she may have had a problem like once or twice, but everybody else is still on, sounding good and able to communicate. And Diana is able to hang on with us, take a nap, and come back to the conversation.
Right. So to Michael's question, you want to join the waiting list at joinclubhouse.com, I believe. And
Mm-hmm.
if you are in anyone's phone book who is on Clubhouse, they can let you in without spinning an invite. Or you just find some people that, reach out to them, give them your phone number and be like, hey, if you got any Clubhouse invites, holler at your boy. The app,
Right.
excuse me, the app is going to jump up pretty soon. Like, it's going to grow fast. So we'll talk about this. And I wish Brant was here because Brant was the one that did it. And it's super funny. Like, I love the fact that, great minds think alike. I was buying domains because I bought 2 incredible domains, which I'll talk about in the Zoom call today. And if you are interested in coming to the Zoom call, we are going to have a Zoom call today. And let me see if I can pop this up real quick. Boom. Is it working? There we go. So if you go over to this link, it's buymeacoffee.com/DocRock. I have a Zoom call today, so you can come in and we're going to talk about tripwires and stuff. And I will go deeper into some other things. But one of the heavy hitter secrets, Brant picked up, I was looking at domains and I was buying a domain for Ecamm for my courseware and stuff like that. And then I was like, oh, .club domains, they're like $1.99 or $2.99, something super crazy. And I was like, oh, yeah, I better remember to do that. And somehow I got distracted, didn't do it. But Brad did it. He actually got Let's Get Live.club for me. And one other one, which I forget what it is, but it's fantastic move because if you start a room, you want to have that .club just in case. And today, Liz and Meredith were just speaking of, use it as a place to put links when you're running a room. So when people want to go check a link, they want to check your Buy Me a Coffee. They want to see the notes. They want to see the images. You got this download, like, the Strick Show checklist, like how to get your stuff together. They can go to that link. And when you mention it in the Clubhouse thing, it's easier. All the rest of the ways for them to find you would be in that page. So it could be a single sheet document. It can be a redirect to a Notion page or a ClickUp page or something of that nature. So it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And I guess that's something that we can talk about in deeper context in the Zoom call, just because it takes a lot of time to converse that.
So definitely, you mentioned Brant's name, Brant Collins' name, co-host of the Stream Show. Big shouts out to him. He's actually preparing today, Doc Rock. He is actually taking he's trying to connect Ethernet to his shed, so we can have a great signal for the show on Sunday. So he actually planned for that. That's the reason why he can't be here today. So big shouts out to him. I know he's listening wherever he's at and probably out trying to move some Arkansas dirt around so he can bury it in the ground.
He got his backhoe out digging the channel for the shed. That's cool, man. That's super cool. I'm like way lazy. I would have got a point-to-point laser. That's actually a thing, by the way. There's an Ethernet device. Know that. There's an Ethernet device known as point-to-point laser. They're normally good for, I think, like 1.5 miles to a mile, and that's how they jump in schools from building to building. So in the very top, there's like a little dish, and you can get them in small dish. They come in big dish, and you can point the 2 dishes at each other, and they'll connect. But they're absolutely incredible. They're not cheap, though.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like, what's the expense of something like that?
I think they're probably around $800-900 a piece, maybe more. It's hard to say. Kat says they're giving a lot more invites, so it shouldn't be hard to get one now. Yeah, that's very true. Sneaking in to watch the rehearsal, shopping for an old phone. Absolutely, man. Like, that is the key secret. What did I do with my 8? My 8 is charging over here. But yeah, if you take like your old phone, and I just learned this today in Social Media Examiner Room, take your old phone, like an old iPhone 8, set that baby up as your Clubhouse phone, because nothing is more worse than you're in the middle of a good thing and then the phone call comes in and then you're like, oh, I was hearing a fire point and it just got disrupted. So if you happen to have an old iPhone laying around, use that to listen to Clubhouse and interact with Clubhouse, and then keep your new phone open in case, baby mama call or, something like that. Whatever the I don't have no kids.
That's a great idea. Right? Doc, what do you think about people being early adopters to new technology?
People got to get over that hump. Like, I'm going to wait until folks is there. Right? Okay, so I was at Instagram the day the app launched because I just so happened to be at a conference the day that it launched. So all of us conference people, the Instagram people, they're smart. They were on site and they were like, hey, we're launching this app today. And it's great. And nobody knew what it was. Not a single person. But we were all like Mac users. Everybody had iPhones. You know, the entire conference was all Mac users. The guy's running around. He's onboarding everybody. And then boom. So like I've been on Instagram since 2010, like launch day. And at that time, well, I don't know what this is going to be, but let's just keep doing it. And so we all did our conference shots that, you know, we're doing this stuff. We're interviewing. We go to the eCam booth, you know, interviewing. We're taking pictures of items. We're posting it. And then it was like going slowly. Path came out and tried to take them over. Boom, gone. A couple other things similarly tried to come over, take them over. Foursquare got their lunch ate by Instagram. So Foursquare disappears. Like I was a hardcore Foursquare guy, which somebody found out yesterday. What was it? David found my old Foursquare pic and put it up. So it was just very interesting. And now people are like, oh, I'm trying to get in. I want to build influence. And I want to, first of all, if you have Instagram questions, this is the person you need to speak to. We have Smeezes hiding in our group. And they're slowly saying, okay, now I'm not scared. I'm going to let it out that this is what I do. Not that Anita was hiding, but I'm just saying we have some very talented Smeezes in our group. So big ups to Anita. She dropped some gems in Clubhouse today, all the way from the UK. So
she's the one with the accent, right?
Oh, yes. I want her to be my my voicemail. Sorry, Doc can't come to the phone right now. He's not going to call you back, so please send him a message.
So this is how I'm listening to her.
Sorry,
when she's talking on Clubhouse, or when I hear her talking. I'm listening like this.
Right, because you just want to listen to Anita. She has a very calming and listening voice. Yes, very much so.
Love it.
What's up, Miss D? Good to see you here. So,
what's up?
I think whenever what I do, this may sound crazy, but when new social media platforms come out, I'll just go at least try to lock my name, even if I'm not completely engaged right away, to see if it fires. And I learned that from a buddy of mine named Ryan Ozawa, who turns out he is at Hawaii on everything. Like he snatches it as soon as the 5 minutes open, boom, at Hawaii account created, because it's very memorable. No one's going to forget that. And I'm like, Ryan, you're an absolute genius. So even Twitter, like I believe I was in Twitter within the first month and I had no idea like what it was going to be, but I'm glad I got my space when I got my space. So I think it's very important to go out and there is a site, and I can't remember the link off the top of my head, but there's a site, well, actually there's probably several, where you can check to see if your handle is available on myriad social sites. I believe it's called Namer, like Namer. Gotcha. And so just go for it, look for the stream show and see, just lock as many as you can. Your pictures.
Man, Brant has already done it.
I guarantee Brant already done it.
It's already done. It's already done. We got some, man. And we got a couple of things that we looked at, like even the branding or trying to think about the branding for the stream guys. Like that's really cool. So the stream show, Strick and Brant, the stream guys. So we got some work to do on some of the name and branding, and not doing too much for people to remember, but to coin a couple of phrases that people will automatically think about us with.
That's the key. That's the key. Picking a phrase, and I spoke about this the other day, and Rel, I will definitely talk to you about .club in just a second, so don't run away, Rel. I know the kids might be making noise, but tell them Uncle is talking. It was fun talking to Rel on Clubhouse today because I immediately code switched back into Hawaiian Creole English. We say pidgin. It's kind of a Cajun style language because we have like 36 disparate cultures. So our native tongue here is an amalgamation of all the languages. So there's like a little Hawaiian, splash of Japanese, splash of Chinese, splash of Korean, splash of Filipino. Like it's just Portuguese. It's all blended together. So when we talk, we say things. And so I was answering a question for her in Clubhouse and I immediately switched into pidgin. out of habit. Like it's just something that we do. And so she made fun of me, and I loved it. It was great.
So was Diana around to interpret what you were saying?
No, she didn't. She came in after, so she didn't.
I
She
got
didn't know.
you. I
But
got you.
like occasionally, my brother and I will say stuff in our group. But yeah, just I think that there is so much to be said about what's going on with Clubhouse. I think there's also so much to be said about being able to get your thing, that statement. If you can pull it off in 3, it's dope. And so I mentioned this in Clubhouse a little bit ago. My teacher, Mrs. Noel Baker, over at Kapi Olani Community College here in Honolulu, Hawaii, she was our marketing teacher with my boy Kai and I. You know, Kai that's in our group. And
Right.
she would make us sit down. And so we're doing a marketing statement for our company. So we get it down to 7 words so you can make it concise and you can spit it out. And right when you think you're good, she's like, all right, cool, I'll give you an A for that. Knock it down to 5. And we're like, what? It took us so long to get to 7. So we got to fight it out. We figured, okay, we knock it down to 5. Boom, there's your next A, whatever. Okay, boom, knock it down to 3. And we're like, oh. And then we're like, that's impossible. Like, it's so hard to squeeze it down to the 5. And then she just leans back in the chair. Impossible is nothing. Ultimate driving machine. You know, all the major brands have 3. Right? Like NBC, the more you know, like even that's not their main thing. That's their, nonprofit thing that they do. All of these major brands have a 3-word boom. So that's why I went with Let's Get Live. It's simple. It's 3. And I'm telling you, stop slacking, pop the mic, pop the camera, let's get live. You know what I'm
So
saying?
can I give you ours? Like of course, we're
The Stream
implementing
Guys.
in our new show, the Stream Guys. So the Stream Guys is one thing, but our actual tagline is actually 4. So let me try this one out. We help streamers succeed. Am I okay? Yeah. We help streamers, so it's 4 and not 3. So
It's
we
3
might have
now.
to go back.
It's 3 now. Helping streamers succeed. Done. The we is irrelevant. There's 2 of you. I'm not blind. I know there's 2
Helping,
of you.
I got you.
Helping
Helping
streamers
streamers
succeed.
succeed.
The we
Brent,
is
we got it.
unnecessary.
Helping streamers
Boom.
succeed. Okay.
See how easy that is?
So
Hey,
here it
wait, that's
goes.
not
So
fair that yours was that easy because I had to work, bro.
helping streamers. So I get this. So is the stream show with Strick and Brant, the Stream Guys, helping streamers succeed?
Correct.
Love it.
This right?
Yeah.
So and everyone should try to get your thing down to 3. They say 3 to 5. I'm gonna say 3 because people now, like when Kai and I were in this Kai right here, when Kai and I were in class, this was back in like 2002, 2003. Now the attention span was short. That's why she said 3. Now the attention span is like this. You might have to come up with one word like India. Boom.
Right.
All right. So back to Rel's question real quick. Rel, you can go to any domain provider. I use Hover and Namecheap. Those are my 2 favorites. I can't stand GoDaddy. I call them Satan's little cousin. They just got some weird business practices. I'm not a fan of them. So just go and look for the name that you want. .club, and it should basically be somewhere between $1 to $5 to buy that domain. Once you own that domain, you can pick a service, and like I think I'm probably just going to redirect it to a Google Doc or a Notion page. I like the idea of a Notion page because you can add multimedia to it real simple. It's a little bit more stylized than Google Doc. But yeah, you can point that to a document somewhere that's running. So for instance, I use a service called Kit, right? So if you wanted to buy some stuff that's like what I use for streaming, I have docrock.live/kit. So everything that I use for my stream setup, all the way down to, the little lights back there in the back, like that's all on the page. You know what I'm saying? I just realized my
So
light
what
was
about
off.
a Spark? What about a Spark page? Could you redirect it to a Spark page?
Oh yeah, you can redirect it to anything. It's basically an address of redirecting to something is like calling you Strick instead of calling you by your government. That's all it is. It's just saying forevermore, don't use my government, use this. Pretty much the only people that call me Sean are my mom and Karen and the police. So
I get it.
you know what I'm saying? Let me just check, make sure everybody's okay. So yeah, definitely go snatch your how you doing, Kat? Good to see you here. Definitely snatch your domain as soon as possible. I think that while they're cheap, they're on sale at almost every place right now. So that's just bomb. Dinah says the one thing she loves about conferences is the selfies with folks and the event hashtag. Now, yeah. Yeah, now you got to do screenshots, right? I did that the other day when I got to be moderating with the incomparable Sean Cannell. I was like,
That's
bruh,
crazy.
I can't
Hey,
believe I'm
what
up in here.
Doc, man, where else can you go right now and have a conversation with some of the biggest people in your individual industry? Like, I'm thinking if the Nemen guys are on, if Roberto is on, and they're taking the time on this platform, like people are using this to communicate and give tips, whether it's networking, whether it's gaining clients, they are still giving out good information that you would have to dig for in any other place. I'm just on listening as much as I can and also taking the time to implement some of the things that I have learned. And from the Let's Get Live crew and what we're hearing from Clubhouse, those are things that are driving forces with me and Brant with the show. Like, let's show improve.
That is so true. It is very. I won't say it's impossible, but it takes some effort to keep up with the amount of stuff that you're learning and need to implement. So I'm about the quick capture system, right? So take a 3x5 card notebook, something, right by your desk. I know everybody got. Just scribble it down as soon as possible. And then after that, find a spot to stick it in the calendar, bro. This has been my hack, and it's been like saving my bacon in so many ways. Find a spot to stick it in the calendar, because my motto for 2021, which is a carryover from 2020, if it ain't in the calendar, it ain't real.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is you write it down, and then, on a notebook at Clubhouse right now, them pages be filling up fast. That's why I use a Rocketbook, because I can take a picture of it and then move it. But even when I take a picture of it, at the moment I go to do that, to put it in my Rocketbook storage, I'm like, yo, I need to move this to the calendar. So I will move things in the to-do list and then just block times for them. So even this morning, like after speaking with Anita, she was like, yo, I want to come on to the show. And I'm like, come on, girl, I got you. This is dope. Like, I really appreciate that. So I immediately sent her a link to Calendly so that she can book a space, just like I sent you, right? So Calendly is a dope calendar service that I'm going to put that link in here real quick before I forget. Let me do this. Calendly is a dope calendar service that you can use for free for one calendar. If you need multiple calendars, it's like $8 a month if you do annually, or like $12 a month if you do it. I'll take that back. It's $8 a month if you do it annually, and $10 a month if you don't. You know what, Google? What they decided to do is give me the long, like, marketing domain, like as if you accidentally clicked on the ad. And I hate when they do that, because I'm trying to strip it out, not to make it confusing for folks. So there we go, calendly.com. It is a fantastic way to like schedule these streams out, so that way you can let folks come in, pick a time with you. And I'm booking a one-on-one consultation. I'm scheduling you for a podcast guest. I am, picking you to be a host on this show. Bam, that's it. So it's really, really, really incredible. And now where the heck did I go? I think I got it. So yes, Calendly is a good way to keep track of this. But yeah, make sure you get it in your calendar as soon as possible. Very, very dope. What's up, Steph? Good to see you made it here. Let's see. Just making sure we're not missing anybody. Okay, so K-Walk wanted to know, what time was the Zoom call for today? Kat, if you jump over on this link right here on buymeacoffee.com/DocRock, if you can, there is a link where I put the time adjustments. So I use a website called Time and Date, but I just adjust it accordingly. Like, I don't save it as a widget, although I probably should. And what that would allow you to do is put in your dates so that everybody knows what time is something whatever time something's going to start. So docrock.live, I can change it real quick. It's docrock.live, and then I believe I called it Showtime. And so by using Rebrandly, which again, no, that's not correct. Class time. That's what it is. docrock.live/class time.
Taking them to school.
So again, right now it was set up for the thing that we did with Rob, but all I need to do is change it to Saturday, which is the 16th, and then over here change this to 11 my time, and then that automatically adjusts for everyone. So if you go to docrock.live/class time, you will get the time zone converted. This is why you need Rebrandly. If you guys weren't paying attention to our conversation yesterday in the drive into your home, that's why you need Rebrandly. I don't have to go and readjust that link. I readjust the calendar, and then the link is square. You know what I mean? Yeah. Boom. All right, so let me check on the folks real quick to make sure we got everybody in here. Yes, there you go. See, Rel knows about saying the Okina and Kapiolani. Not Kapiolani. People come to Hawaii and mess up the words. I try to make sure you say them correctly because you don't want to get beat up. So let's see. Helping streamers succeed. Everybody's repeating it in the chat. That's dope. That means it's going to stick. It's going to stick.
That's what's up.
Hey Corey, what's up? Good to see you here. Let's say Corey had some fire conversation with us in a Zoom call last week. So can't wait to hear later live from a beach in Puerto Rico. Oh, that would be fantastic. You know what I mean? Miss D said hers is video simplified for entrepreneurs or video simplified. Okay, dope. Yeah, the fours and stuff don't count. Yeah, thes and stuff, they don't count. But I just like to try to take them out because in most cases you don't need to use them. Or maybe I didn't realize that until I learned Japanese because you take out the does and stuff in various statements in Japanese. So, yeah. Let's see. Just making sure everybody's here. Yes. Rob is right there. Oh, yeah, you are right nearby there. Man, Notion is the truth. I went to paid on ClickUp because I feel like paying for something would give it a thing, and then right after Notion comes out with a paid option. So yeah, it's kind of dope. Let's just check. Making tech easy is what Glitch is using for his. Also, very dope. I appreciate that. Cool. That is a good one. If you want to get a discount on your domains, hit up Sister D. Very smart. See how quick she is. Dyna.link/name. Yes, URL is really, really easy. That's very smart. And let's just check. Everyone's talking to each other, saying hi, which I absolutely appreciate. And
gotta love community, right?
That's the best part about this community. Lim Drops is here. Good morning, Lim Drops.
Damn.
Thank you, Kai, for reminding everyone to smash the button. And we're almost there. We're almost caught up. Oh, you're taking Clubhouse notes and Notions. I have a widget on my phone, jumping quickly, assign the update, follow up. And Kat, speaking of tripwires, which will be our conversation in Zoom today, I would take one of those Notion notes and publish it, right? So whenever something fire is happening in the room, you can publish that note. And then what that does is help you build that tribe. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that's dope about Notion is you can publish that note and you can build that tribe off of that. And that will also sort of act as a tripwire, even if it's a free thing. Because Liz or somebody was in the room the other day and I was like, oh, I just came out of a fire room. I collected all the notes. Just DM me and I'll send you the notes. And I was like,
love it. DM me. I'll send you the notes. But in order to get that note, you got to give me your email address.
Oh my God. I was like,
love it.
I can't do notes that fast, but I wish I could because that is a brilliant way to build tribe. All these new YouTubers talking about how they're going to build tribe. That was, bruh, flames.
I should just pull or do it again. My Vlogmas videos on email marketing. I should just pull that because I just think, man, a lot of people have multiple emails, of course, but you check it every day.
Yep.
Multiple times a day.
It's funny. One of the kids in the last room that we were in, he's a pro Madden player, right? He's out here getting paid to play Madden, which I should have took that
Wow,
job instead of teaching you guys.
that's
It's
funny.
way more easy. But he was like, "Well, I didn't think about using the email list because email's outdated." And I go, "Yeah, so is breathing." So many people believe that, but it's not true. Yes.
Right.
Oh, Ms. D made it better for folks to learn how to do it. I love Angora Pulse, Dr. Elo. You can start free, play with it, see how you like it. I absolutely love it. Mike Alton is a friend of mine, so yes, I absolutely love it. And so Miss D, remember we were talking about Fantastical the other day? That's my Zoom integration, and I think Calendly is working on it, but their other sort of competitor is called Woven, and Woven does have Zoom integration built in. And what that means is when you schedule a Zoom call, it's in your calendar. So all you got to do is press it, and then you don't have to go hunt the link. Because one thing about Zoom calls is hunting them links. Them links get out of hand real quick, and then you can't you can't find it. You're looking all over the place. You're like, man, where's that link? I've definitely had that as a problem. Ms. D and Kat are having a master class on Notion. You know what, Kat? Okay, here we go. We're going to fix this right now. I'm going to see, because I love you guys and I love my squad. So I'm going to take this link. I'm going to copy this. And this is for Kat. Unfortunately, I don't think Ecamm will pick it up, but somebody can resend this to her. Kat, I want you to click that link and schedule a appearance. And then we're going to do Kat teaching us about Notion for the Let's Get Live fam. Please,
That's what's
Kat.
up.
That we would be dope. That would be so dope. I really, really would love that. And Ben, listen to Kat about Notion. I love it. I think it's dope. Whoa. Bruh. First time. Big Sky. Montana in the building. Wow.
What's up,
Derek, I
man?
want to come visit you. As a landscape photography lover, I want to come visit Derek. Plus, he got the required haircut. So that's my dude.
There you go.
Nice. Bonjour. Bonjour, Joanna, mon frère. I don't know how to speak French. My only French is fries and Paul Pogba. The two things
That
I
was a
need to
good
know
try,
in French.
though.
Why,
We'll
is
give
it
you E
bad?
for effort.
Is it bad?
No.
All right. So Kat and Miss D are having like a full conversation. Let's make sure we get it there. Okay, cool. Here we go. Now, I want to know, Mr. Strick, talk to me about this show some more.
Yeah, so I appreciate it, Doc, man. Thanks for having me on to talk about the stream show. I will say this show was, so if everybody think about why do 31 days of Vlogmas, and we started this saying, hey, you never know, we're building muscles. What would come out of this? There's going to be some people. I said this about a couple of people. Chris Woods. I said, he's going to be a shining star of the group. I said the Be Love Inc. girls. They're going to be some shining stars out of the group. I did not know that there were going to be opportunities that would be coming my way and Brant's way to actually do a show that can be broadcast on Ecamm's network. But man, that's basically what happened. I mean, like a brand deal comes out of the Let's Get Live crew and Ecamm because of the time that we put in and the visibility that we've given each other by doing reviews, doing recaps, and just helping. Lim talks about this all the time. The being a giver, and I do believe there is a giving economy. So with that, there was an opportunity to do a show on the
Nice.
Ecamm network. Everybody needs content, right? So if you have the ability and the talent to provide content for people, things will be coming your way. So I'm a longtime radio guy, 13 plus years on the air. And right now I've still produced my wife's radio show that's in 20 markets, the Kim Scott's Block Party radio show. I don't talk about all the stuff that I do, but with that, there's some behind the scenes business tools that you have to have. Not only do you have the talent, but man, I was the program director. I was the promotions director. I was the the person that handled all the guests, all of those things as a featured show for those 13 years, and then continuing to talk to other program directors, getting my wife's show on their stations across the country. Guess what? There's a lot of experience there I can share from building a show. we're building content right now. People don't think about this because we feel like we can just go live and talk. But guess what? Like, this is going to be the way people are consuming information going forward. All right. So what we're doing live, people are going to be doing that in all kinds of ways. And if you can get ahead of the curve and actually work with other industries like Ecamm, like a TubeBuddy, and there's so many other groups that need content on their pages. Guess what? You have a way to move forward. So the stream show is a combination or a partnership between myself and Brant Collins. He's more the tech guy. He has another, what's that? 20 years experience with media productions and having his own media ad agency with him and his wife together. It's just a great partnership. I handle more some of the business end along with some of the talent in, helping people be able to present well, how to get guests, all the back end stuff. And then he can help you with all of the equipment and tech that you need to look good, whether that's a light and an iPhone, or whether you want to go big with the biggest camera you want to have. My man Brant is going to be able to help you with that. So the stream show with Strick and Brant, the stream guys helping streamers succeed, will be Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And our first host guest is none other than my guy Doc Rock, man. It's dude for you to come on and be a part of the show and kind of introduce us to the Ecamm family. And man, we're even going to be on LinkedIn Live. There's some things happening, and for you to come on to kind of introduce us to people, man, I really, really appreciate it, dude. Like some real homage to you and what you're doing with the whole group. And we're praying that this is just one of the many ways that people inside of the Let's Get Live community are going to be on a real glow up. I mean, we saw it happen already. Alicio had his great show with Tom Buck. I mean, it was a huge show. Not only that, you saw community with all of the Let's Get Live crew helping them out, and even being on the after call on Clubhouse. It was just great. And I love what we're having an opportunity to do. And again, thank you for your support, for putting us in the right place where people will be able to see us.
I definitely think that the concept is beautiful. And one of the things that you guys did, which I thought was rather genius, and I don't think a lot of people who are creating shows understand this. You guys came in with a plan and a finite package. This is good for working with brands. Right. Dear Brand X, my partner and I are going to do 10 shows in your brand thing if you wish to be our partners. This is going to be our subject matter. This is going to be our format. This is what we're going to talk about. These are the tribe we are attempting to reach. We're only asking your support for 10 shows. Are you interested? That's a much easier conversation than I want you to support my show and I'm going to go live 100 million times, because that's not how they buy ads. Like, right. even if you're looking at Law and Order, when let's say Dove, extra body moisturizing soap is looking to drop on Law and Order SVU, they know that they're committed to 21 episodes in a 2-hour season finale. So 22, right. Technically 23 episodes complete. That's it. That's what actually it's 24, because the initial show is always 2-parter, and then the last show is always a 2-parter, and they just leave you stuck on stupid for a whole season. Like, right. What just happened? But it's so much easier, because like when you go to write to your ad guy, the people who are about to drop money, they know what they're getting into. Right. And then right. Is that something that you brought to the table because you know better, or was that a brand thing? Like, how did you guys know to do that? Because I've been in this industry as long as you, and for some reason that never dawned on me. And that's just
think
crazy.
Think about it, Doc. We were coming out of Vlogmas, and people always look at what you call those vanity metrics. And say if you haven't been on YouTube and you don't have any vanity metrics, but you're talented. Like, I just got started, like really focusing on it. 200 and at the time I was under 200 subs when I started Vlogmas. I'm over 250 right now, but it's growing because I have more of a lifestyle personality type of channel, which it takes time to grow that kind of thing. So I'm cool with that. But what do we have to offer? We really didn't have a lot to offer, no more than talent, and someone could see, oh, I see how talented they are. I see the package. It sounds good. So let's do 10 episodes. Why? So we could go back and renegotiate.
It's genius.
If it hits,
that is a smart way to handle it when you don't start, right? I don't have numbers to
when
show
you start now. Right. There's no numbers. You need content. We got great content. We're going to build it for you. Now, it does take a little trust. It does take people trusting who you are. You know, you're really doing a great job of, as they are looking and perusing, because people are doing this. Think about hip hop artists that came out and hit the roof. Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy was actually found off of YouTube. You know, people watching his stuff, record exec picked him up, and then they made him who he was. So you never know who's watching your content. And we're doing 5-hour live streams. You never know who comes by there and kind of peeks in and see what you're doing and say, hey, I like that. Like, why do Vlogmas? Okay, I'm learning, but you never know if people are looking for more content creators. So it's great that Ecamm was, and the 10 shows gives us both an opportunity. If it doesn't go well, hey, they move on. If it goes well, we negotiate, and then we have a little more buying power to look at other brands to get more brand deals to be a part of it. So
right, because you get to tell them, check out my Providence now. Now you have something, right? So this is one of the reasons why when we were doing Vlogmas, we were telling people one of the key advantages, one of the key advantages of coming in and doing Vlogmas is you already now have 31 videos in your list, right? If you just say, I'm gonna start my channel, I'm gonna make one video a week, it takes you 3/4 of a year to get 31 videos. But doing Vlogmas, and trust me, gang, we're doing it again in April with Veda and Lola. I'm supposed to let her announce it, but she not. Oh, she is here. Never mind. Lola got something. I ain't trying to get cut, dude. Come on,
don't get cut. The machetes are real.
Hey, I was about to say it, but I'm like, Lola's not kicking my butt out in these streets. I'm scared of her, and she can cuss me out in 9 languages. I only got 5. So
Lola made me get online at 1 o'clock in the morning and go live. Like, I was doing some setup, and she like said, we need him on right now. So I had to stop what I was doing to go online, and it was so late. I actually went into the Ecamm live community because it was late, and I just didn't see the button right. So we had to do 2 streams just for her.
See, there we go. Okay, so pay attention because we got something coming up. But the advantage of doing that Vlogmas or in Veda when we do this again in April is you just immediately add 30 more videos or 31 videos to your arsenal. So even when we started it, I set the intention. I'm like, bruh, Vlogmas community makes 25 videos. I ain't no punk. We doing 31. Let's go. Let's just add. Once you got that far, bro, what was the extra 6? Trust me. Them extra 6 was painful. but
they hurt a little bit.
But you got it. Like, okay, now my juices is flowing. Like, I'm ready. I'm at my fighting weight. You can just start creating. You know what I mean?
So can I give you another tip that came up with this?
Yes.
So many people think, Doc, that, man, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And that what can I do is what gets you in trouble. Because one of the things that we talked about that helped us build the stream show was collaboration. So what does it? So what does that mean? So no, you're good. So I was hanging out with, I love the Beloved In girls, Shantae and Shantae Villa. I mean, love them, right? So what do they have that a lot of us don't have? Is 2 of them. So at any point, they both could make individual recordings or videos. So one could make a video about this, the other one could make a video about that, and they have 2 videos in one day. So the same thing with Brant and myself. So I could be talking about, hey, these are the 10 steps to getting a guest, and he could be talking about the 10 best lenses for your camera. I mean, it's really that simple. So we got the tech, and then we also have show prep. Doc, we got 2 shows. So we're doing a show on Sunday, right? And then we can drop into our own YouTube channel some other practical, short, like 3 to 5 minute videos, just like Vlogmas, and we're building a channel that can get traffic. Now, the other thing that we have is Ecamm right now. I'm just gonna throw out a number because the Ecamm community has like 13,000 members. So the Ecamm or YouTube page has about 5,000 subscribers. The Ecamm network page has another 5,000, and then there's the beta group that has so many. We're also going to be on the content marketers cafe page and LinkedIn Live. So LinkedIn has about 700, but it's just a great playing field to get on. So let's just say on the low end, potentially 20,000 people could get notified on Sunday night that the stream show is on. That's huge.
That's huge. All day huge.
Huge.
Woo. Okay, so
with collaboration with TubeBuddy as well.
Chelsea says our primarily channel consists of going live with stream shows. What do you feel is the best streaming software? That's a loaded question for us, Chelsea.
Yes,
we are dyed in the wool, bleed orange Ecamm fam. Like we are hardcore Ecamm fam. If you're not on the Mac, yeah, you might stick to StreamYard, but there's just so many benefits as the difference between using something like Ecamm versus a browser-based platform. Like it's really hard to get into it without being here for 3-4 more hours because it is pure fire. And everybody in the comments is coming through with the Ecamm love. And of course, Glitch is the nerd, so he gives you the genius move, and that's why we love Glitch. But I'm telling you, I come from Wirecast. I've been streaming since when streaming started on Justin TV, livestream.com, ustream.com. And on Ustream, I was all about Wirecast. Man, I'm telling you, not worth it. Oh, so Chelsea, turns out if you are about Ecamm Life, you can go to docrock.live/Ecamm. If you just want to check anything I do, that's all you got to do because I make them simple. I'm trying to make it easy. All you got to do is just hit that. So that's the link. Let me just see. Where do we go? Oh, see, Lim was already on it. Lim was already on it. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. Yes, pro level is the one you want. You can start out with a standard, but trust me, pro is what you want because then you can do like, dope, like this. And Chelsea, this, my lady, is a loaded question. Now, our group, we are the 5-hour energy squad. We do some long streams. But if you're bringing value and your people are loving it, nobody cares. And I think the idea of a stream should only be an hour is a limiting belief because maybe the people just aren't comfortable with their live yet. I mean, there's reasons for it. I get it. If your audience is busy people, marketing people, whatever, like that might make sense. But most of our people, we're creating more family and more community here than anything else. So yeah, we kind of go long sometimes, especially in our streams that are in our group, which are a little bit, sort of private. And yes, Corey and his wife says, never too late for Vlogmas style content. Challenge yourself, give it a trending name, enlarge your territory gains, winning territory, going for 10. Yeah, make up your own miss. Make up your own Vlogmas. Some weird dude named Doc. Oh, never mind. You guys seen that one already. Yes.
So Doc, you got to tell her if she go into that Ecamm, I think the way it's set up with your link is it is a free trial so she can test it out, right?
Yes, it is a free trial. You get to check it out. You will absolutely find this easy. I have tons of tutorials. You can our community in Ecamm is the win, Chelsea. And that's the reason why we love it so much. It's not even really about the software because there are other softwares that do similar things, but the Ecamm community is pure fire. And the company, the people behind the company are the truth. They love you. They take care of you. They're very quick to respond. It's hard to say like enough things about Ecamm. Like it just really, really is the truth. So I hopefully that answers your question. And let's just make sure we don't have any more questions. I got another 2 or 3 questions for you.
I got to show them the shirt while you do that.
Oh yeah, talking about your our merch people.
Yeah, big shouts out to the Nixons.
So Ben says, is there any tool to keep your links handy to pop them in the live stream right now? Yeah, Rebrandly. That's it. Rebrandly. That is the truth. It makes it so quick. So yes, Kat, yesterday the live stream pro stream was long, but kept it 100 the whole time. I came in for the last hour and it was hilarious. Like, we had such a good time. It's super funny. I know that Laurier is doing some transitioning things. She's trying some things out. So the Streaming Palooza thing was absolutely incredible. But she scheduled it from 9:30 to 12. So she scheduled it to be long. And so I was lucky enough to come in at the end, right after Miss D's show.
Something?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, Doc.
What at it? I'm scared now.
People are seeing it, man. I mean, they're seeing that you can bring quality out of the community, and having long streams has its place. Now, we do it inside of our community, but if you have an audience, I mean, people can pop in and pop out. How do we know this is true? There are 8 hours. There was a 24-hour Clubhouse room. People are consuming some longer content. Now, the replays may or may not be, the best content. People may not go watch replays, but while you're there,
slide around the replay. I do it for Pat because Pat would make long streams, but I'll just slide around, and then I like the random hunt for nugget. So I'll go to a Pat stream, or go to like a Gary V stream, right? You got a really long stream. I'll just grab the little slider and go, start here, and then he'll be in the middle of something, and I'll be like, oh, okay, this was bomb. Then I'll go and say, I need to watch the whole thing. And then I end up backing up and watching the whole thing. But yeah.
Right.
Bruh.
So I do have some more content for you, some more stuff about what we're doing. And
that's what I want to know.
That we would talk about show preparations. I actually have 10 things that we can give out to people when it comes to instructions and best practices for show guests. So if you want me to, I'll go down and we can kind of talk about how we came up with this. But if you're getting people, like I do interview style all the time. So when I need a guest to come in and be prepared, I have 10 things. So my first one is we want to be sure that they're on a wired connection using Ethernet and not Wi-Fi. And of course, that's to give us the best connection, because that's probably one of the things, Doc, that hinders people having great streams. Is you're talking to somebody and they're in really good, and then their stream just drops. I mean, what do you do? Right. And then we want to be sure that they turn off all the things. And number 2 would be turning off all the things that may be dragging some of your bandwidth. So any apps or programs that could be hindering your internet while you're on that call. So emails, chat, Skype, Dropbox, all that kind of stuff. You want to stop those things. And Doc, you actually have I know in one of your videos, you mentioned a service that will help you do that.
Yes. Let me pull the link in. It's called triplight.ch.
I'm writing this one down too, because I remember you had one, but I couldn't remember what it is. But Trip Light, that allows
trip mode. Sorry,
Trip mode. Got it.
I should have remembered that from what's that girl's name? India's thing yesterday. Gotcha. Tripmode.ch. Yeah. Now, if you're as a Mac user, you can get Trip Mode in a service that I use called SetApp. And SetApp is like, you pay like $10 a month, but they give you like close to 100 dope tools, utilities, productivity apps, and they add new ones every month. So it's like getting Blockbuster for really dope Mac apps. And the reason why I like it is because you ever see these Mac apps that are utilities like TripLight, and it's like $8, and you're like, oh man, I'm only use it for one thing. I don't want to spend the $8. And so it becomes a thing, because next thing you know, you bought a bunch of these little utilities, and then you have like a $500 worth of utilities that you use for a very specific task, like GIF generation. You know how in our group, Kelly's GIFs are Kelly. Kelly's like,
right.
You know what I mean? They have apps like that inside SetApp. So I like it because I think of it as a toolbox of dope little Mac apps that I use, and I don't mind giving them $100 a year because they have fire tools. Clean My Mac alone is worth $60. So it's in there. So you get Clean My Mac plus a myriad of other apps. And so a lot of the apps that I suggest people use are in SetApp. So in a way, if you're trying to do this on a pro level thing, buy SetApp. It's better. If you're not at that point yet, Trip Light's $8. So Trip Mode is $8. And I do have a video about trip mode in my YouTube thing somewhere.
I've seen it. That's where I got it from. So the next thing, number 3, is you want to be sure that they're trying, if it's a guest and they don't have a whole setup with microphones and all that kind of stuff, earbuds, built-in microphone, or a USB microphone could be really simple for them to get and to use for the stream as a guest. Now, I will tell you this, Diana will tell you not to get the Blue Yeti, and I understand it. There's other things you can get really cheap. And to be honest with you, if it's a guest and it's a one of, man, those earbuds you can get from your iPhone should be good enough as a microphone. All right. There you go.
$20 earbuds with good microphone. I've been on what's that thing called? Clubhouse with it. Lots of times you guys hear me speaking with this bad boy. So yeah, that's how you do it. I'm making a rebranding. Sorry, Strick.
No, you're good. So you also want to make sure, number 4, that you set the computer to use that microphone as a plug-in. So you want to be sure that you are your microphone, your earphones are all going the right direction. Turn off anything. Number 6. Number 5. All right. Make sure you're in a very quiet place that does not have a lot of room echo. So these are all like our top 10 things, instructions, and best practice for your guests. So you want to send out this list for your guests when they're coming onto your show, so they'll understand the steps and everything they need to take to have a great stream for you.
Real, I 100% got you. You got my follow stuff. Follow me, hit me up. We're in Hawaii. I can tell you not only how to fix what you got, but if you have to run out in Hawaii and get something, I can tell you exactly where to get what you got to get that will get you going. You probably don't need extra gear. How I used to fake good audio in my house, because my house is all concrete walls and it was loud and noisy, I would literally grab all the towels out the closet, sit it right behind my mic. It's out of the camera shot. By having the towels there, your voice hits the towels and dies. But if you're talking like right here, there's a concrete wall. These monitors are blocking it, but my voice would hit the concrete wall and bounce back, and it sounds weird. I literally would just put the towels right there, or, you can grab a pareo, whatever. That's a wrap. You seen the Polynesian girls wear the wrap? And, yeah, pareo. Just, pop it right there.
That's funny.
Do not laugh at my dances, Strick.
Hey, so with my wife's radio show that we were doing before we had moved to a new home where I can have a studio downstairs, and we got a little booth set up for her, we're actually recording her liners and her drops in the closet.
So I always record them in the closet. Yes.
Yeah.
Whenever I didn't want to go to the station to do my drops and my liners, I would just tell my boss, I'm going to record these at the house. So I used to literally move the clothes and go sit in there and hold the mic in front of like a jacket and talk right at it. And they're like, yo, these are better than when you come to the studio. So I used to do my radio reads in my closet.
It works all the time. I mean, you just need a place where the sound doesn't bounce all over the place. In our old home, we had it was a walk-in closet, so it was actually enough space. We didn't have to move anything. We just put the microphone in the middle of the floor, and she was actually able to get really, really good sound out of that room. So that's another, I guess you would call that a pro tip for people that are doing
those Costco blankets, the blue and black blankets that we use for the back of your truck. You can pick up like a 2-pack at Costco for $20. Even just hanging those off to the side out of frame will stop the unnecessary travel of audio. So that's for sure.
So this is another tip. I had a friend of mine that was telling me he was having a problem with that echo in his room. And I told him this, Doc, see what you think. If you're talking and your voice is going straight ahead, right? I would put that same blanket that you're talking about, and I would use those movers blankets other than sound panel blankets, because it's cheaper. Same thing, but just different name. And you put that in front of you, and it's going to stop the sound from bouncing back. And that's where you get a lot of the reverb. Some people would say front and top, but if you can at least start with that one right in front of you that stops that voice from bouncing anywhere, that's a good start.
That's dope. That's dope.
All right.
Thank you, Kaizen, for the super chat, brother. I appreciate you as always, my fan.
That's what's up. So that was number 5. Number 6 is turn off all things that would make noises. So that's alarms, phone ringers, notifications, turn those things off to, this is things that you're telling your guests, the top 10 things that you would give instructions and best practices for your guests. And if you're an Ecamm user, you want to be sure you instruct, this is number 7, instruct your people to use Google Chrome as their web browser with your link to get into your stream. All right. Google Chrome. So that's another
when you
tip
go
for
on
you.
the Kirk show, how it all works, Kirk Nugent, I like to call him Kirk Nugent. He actually sends you a picture that says use Chrome. So yeah, it's very cool. And I love what Kat said real quick. This is dope. Laundry rack next to the space also helps absorb sound. And that's how I figured it out initially, Kat. I have a little spider and I have my jackets right there. And I found out when I sat facing that, it sounded better. And then, genius move. Absolute genius move. Okay, what's number 7?
So that was number 7. Number 8 is call in 20 minutes before showtime, and people may differ with this. You know, we've been running pretty well right now. I started doing 30-minute call-in, so calling in 30 minutes before the show. And sometimes you gotta figure out your guest. All right. So if your guests are a novice, don't know how to work, older people that may not be using streaming all the time, but they are great guests for you, tell them 30 minutes beforehand so you can set everything up. I like using tons of scenes. I like to switch often. So with that, I need to be able to put those assignments inside. But Ecamm kind of helps if you assign them to like a placement. So assign them to 1, 2, or 3 as guests. You can actually set up all your scenes and just assign that person to that guest list, and you don't have to worry about setting up. So 20 minutes should be a good enough time for you to talk through some more things and make sure all of your scenes are set up the right way. What do you think, Doc?
Normally, and I would say yes. I just commissioned Alicio to redo all my overlays because I normally have, some weird stuff like this where I have a scene set up and then I have another one where, there would be, I say both of us in setup in the scene. So, we would come out like this. But because I decided to reboot my router right before I did it, I didn't do all of those changes yet. But yes, so normally you want to get all these set up and then, I'm in the middle of redesigning my scene, so I'm not trying to be cute. I just thought it's just you, so we're going to make it good. But absolutely. Right. And in overlays, there are some amazing things out there. People are like, I don't know how to do all these overlays and whatnot. Don't fight yet. Just go see my brother, Bradley. Bradley teaches. He has great tutorials on top. He also has a place where you can pick up some. Some are free. Some are on Gumroad. Pay what you want. He has some more, polished ones that are. But go see your boy Bradley. He has wonderful, wonderful stuff. And I talked to a nice young lady today on Clubhouse, and she is a Canva designer. So I'm also trying to drag her in so that she can come and talk to the Let's Get Live family. And I'm going to help her get her stuff going with her Canva tutorials. But I'm like, you know what? I love Canva. I'm having a blast there. Miss D, and Alicio got me in it. But I think it's better when you can pull in a subject matter expert. So yeah, and I want to say aloha to Scott, who's here, who just came. And I know you're new. If you're new, type new in the comments so we know. And if you're watching this on replay squad in the comments so we know, and we can make sure we know, folks. And then Paul said he came because of Kat, and already Paul's my friend because he got purple, and we're team purple around these parts. So Paul is automatically down. He just he gets a "You are awesome." That's what I'm talking about.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Kat says you can set up interview guest prep page. Yes, so that's what I mean. So my boy Kurt, he sent me a Google Doc, but yes, like Kat uses Notion, you can take a Notion prep page, we'll put all of this stuff down on a single page, and you send it to guests. Now, check this out, Kat. That Calendly thing that I sent you, I'm working on a document that will attach with the Calendly. So when I send you the invite, it will have all this info, but also will give me an opportunity to collect your stuff. So it's like, make sure you see Kat at, this Twitter handle, this IG page. Here's her YouTube channel. Here's the stuff. So you can request all of that in a single document and attach it to your Calendly link when you are scheduling. But that does require the pro package. So if you don't do it that way, then after the calendar link, you then send the automated email that has the rest. But I'm trying to eliminate steps. So as I'm building that form, I want to stick it with Calendly. So I went to Calendly Pro. But that is a good tip, by the way. All right, Mr. Strick, where we at?
So we number 9. I want to tell the guests how long the show would be. Our shows are going to be between 45 and 60 minutes, and the reason why we chose that, I really want to repurpose some of this stuff, and I know if we upload to Instagram, it needs to be under 60 minutes, and I think that's a good framework as far as live streaming to get a lot of content in really, really fast, but also keep people's attention. So that was number 9. Number 10, man, this is an important one. This is very important to you as a show. You want to be sure that you ask your guests, written and verbally, to share their appearance and also share the live stream with their audience. I say this because I'm a growing YouTuber content creator, and I had Roy Woods Jr. from The Daily Show. I interviewed him on my show.
I know.
I interviewed him, and it was a great interview. He gave me great content, and I'm going through TubeBuddy and did everything TubeBuddy asked me to do. I got one more step to make, and that's to make chapters. I got to make chapters inside of that video because it is right under 60 minutes. And man, I'm trying to get traction on that. It's a great opportunity, great content. But if he would share it, it would go out a whole lot faster. If that makes sense.
100%. That is how. And when, okay, first of all, I love Roy Wood Jr. Of all of his skits, is probably the driest skit, but I love it the most, is CPT. He does his little skit. Oh my goodness. He is hilarious.
He's funny, man.
Absolutely
He's funny.
Great, man. So, and that is crazy. The other day, for instance, Alicio, he managed to book Tom Buck. And all of us, Rodecaster Pro people, we love Tom Buck, and Tom is the
right. Have all seen his stuff, right?
Right. Everybody that bought one, that was the manual, because Rodecaster gives you a dope manual. 4 gigantic hard pieces of cardboard about the size of this 32-inch monitor here, and it's like whatever. Boom. Internet. University of YouTube. How do I set up Rodecaster Pro? Hi, I'm Tom Buck, the buck stops here, and his other dumb jokes. And I'm like, I love this guy. He is probably one of the best comforting people on YouTube. And for Alicio to get him on his show, and then again make sure that he says Tom's going to be like, hey, I was on this guy Alicio Way show. It was great. Tom is a member of the Let's Get Live Club on Clubhouse. Thank you,
That's
Alicio.
What's up.
Thank you. He was the 100th member exactly. So thank you, Alicio, for that. And again, we're growing tribe. Even something as simple as Kat, I've been in rooms with her on Clubhouse. She came to the stream today. She called up Paul and was like, Paul, you need to get over here. And then I found out Paul Dixon is here, who knows me all the way back from my British Tech Network days. Paul is the creator of all of those overlays that y'all get from LSP, from Lauria guys on Live Streaming Pros. So Paul created the circle countdown that everybody has. Paul made that. You know what I mean?
Shouts out to you, Paul.
The new overlays and stuff, all of that stuff that Lauria has that look good, the Streamapalooza, all of that, that's all coming from Paul. So imagine, when you have a good guest and you have the guest share, you create this, boom, you're rippling, bruh. It's that old commercial with the shampoo. You tell 2 friends, and then I'll tell 2 friends, and then so on, and then so on. Whatever. We're old. Never mind.
So my last one is a bonus one. This is number 11. It's a bonus, Doc, and you will completely understand this from our radio days. It is important if you have a good guest and if they are just as savvy as you are with video and are doing streaming, and they could put a phone in front of their face, ask for what we call liners. All right, in the radio
We
world, it's
call
called a
them
line. It's
drops.
actual promo. Yeah, drives, promos, you know. Yeah. So if you real quick, can I show one off, Doc? Can I
Oh,
show off a
okay.
liner from?
Okay, hold on. Let's get you squared up. Boom. You are in
Yeah.
charge.
So let me show what I'm talking about when it comes to liners and promoting your show from your guest.
No audio. And who is that ugly
No
dude?
audio?
Yeah. Did you send the one that I sent with
Yeah.
no audio?
No, this is not it. It's that loop back thing.
Oh, got it.
That's what it is. I'm playing audio from a video, so I guess that loop back thing is important because I'm coming through your invitee.
Right.
Um,
It have to be the loop back thing. Message it to me real quick. I can play it. But
let me see if I
that's
do have
cool.
that.
That
Yeah.
the dude in that drop is ugly, but hopefully his voice sounds better than he looks because he looks like he has a face for
Dude,
radio.
listen, you knocked it out the park, brother. I'm gonna send you this link real quick. Let me see if I can pull it down.
Hey Scott, good to see you, bro. You know what? I can tell you right now, fam, the one thing that especially new creators are sleeping on is live streaming is probably the best way to get in your reps. It is very important to get in your reps when it comes to creating, which is why we did Vlogmas and Corey, the blind guy and his wife in their life. You see him in the chat. Corey was like, yeah, you can create your own little Vlogmases, 10 days, 15 days, whatever. Create your own little streak challenges because those reps is what gets you to be better at what you do. When I was in radio, I got thrown into the box because I was an intern. So I was just there, set up the carts. Back in the day, you had commercials on carts. They were like 8-track tapes with a circle. It's called a donut. So you put it in, and they would play, "Get your tires from Strick Tire Company," and then they would play the next one. "Hey, we're here for SEO Art Glass Diamond Seal. Make sure you get over there 20% off this week." And then they would jump down, and they'd be like, "Come on over to Daryl Mitchell's barbecue shop, best Montana barbecue shop in all of Beta Grove Creek, Alabama." And then so it'd play all the commercials. These guys had a concert coming up, and all the DJs wanted to go. And there's nobody left to run the show. And they're like, "Hey, dude, you've been here forever. You know how to work all of this stuff. Just crack the mic, say those liners on this paper at this time, play those commercials at this time, and play all the music in this order on this list, and don't mess up." And that's how I got stuck in the box. And people would call back in and say, "Hey, that DJ guy that was on the other night," because of course I did not talk like they told me to. I'm not dumb. That was my chance. They're like, "Hey, when's he going to be back on?" And then my program director was like, "Were you talking? Huh? People are calling requesting to hear you again. Were you talking? I accidentally opened the mic and I didn't want dead air. You always say no dead air, so I had to say something." And they're like, "Uh-huh. All right, you're scheduled now." And that was the beginning of a long career.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Not me, hardhead, not listening. Let me check. You sent it by Facebook?
Yeah, I sent it in Messenger and Facebook. I learned that way too. I was kind of thrown to the wolves as well in radio. I had to learn on the job. It took me 2 years to figure out my whole DJ Strick personality on air. And but once I figured that thing out, I mean, the growth to my show was incredible. So much so that I still have an audience. Those people that were listening to me, back then are 15 years old, and guess what? They still love DJ Strick.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how it works, man. Like I bump into people in the
15 years
grocery
older,
store.
I should say. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bump into people in the grocery store, and they're like, "I recognize your voice from when you were on I-94." And it's like, "Are you the same Doc Rock from the Funk Evangelist?" And I was like, "Yeah." That was the name of my show, Doc Rock the Funk Evangelist. Me and my partner, JP. Happy birthday, JP. And they'll be like, "Oh, man, so I remember I would call you and ask you advice about talking to that girl from school, and you guys would like tease me. And anyway, so this is my wife, and these are our like 5 kids." We're like, "Hey, so bro, right there, you're just like heart crack, like Brand says, we old now, we cry. Bruh, that's like so crazy that, playing that request for the dude that one day and making fun of him and like giving him all the stuff to say to the girl, and then like I bump into him in the grocery store and he's married to her and got kids.
Wow.
And then I'm like,
awesome.
any one of them kids named Doc? And they're like, no. And I'm like, whatever. But that's it. You know, you do. Radio is bomb, and it's sad to see that it's going away, but hey, is what it is. Okay, let me, I'm going to quickly create a new scene so we don't break anything, because I'm good at breaking scenes. And then I'm going to drop this in here. Aloha, this is Doc Rock, and I'm so excited to be the very first guest on the stream show with Strick and Brand. You know these guys are from the Let's Get Live crew, and they are on the real glow up. So I'm so excited. I can't wait to be there. You're not going to want to miss this. So join us Sunday, January 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be there talking about my live streaming setup and everything you need in order to have a successful stream. Straight fire. Straight fire.
That's you. Thank you, Doc. Thanks for doing that for me, brother.
That's dope.
And again, that's another bonus tip for people. Pro tip: if you're got a high quality guest and they're willing to take the time to do a video for them, make it really simple. Tell them just take the phone out, do a video, and you're able to use that drop or that liner to place as promotional stuff. So today, Ecamm should be dropping that video promoting the show for Sunday. So big shouts out to you. And I know people are commenting in the thing. I can't see all of the comments coming through, but thank y'all for the support. Thank you for the love. Go to the channel. Like, we're really trying, Doc, we're trying to get to 100 subscribers on the stream show YouTube page. So we're right now like 45. So I need 55 people to kind of hook us up with some more subscribers. I promise you, we're only going to put content up that's going to help you stream better.
Okay.
Look, I was trying to get my tagline again. It didn't come out, Doc.
It's good. It's good. You're getting there, bro. You're getting there. Wait, yeah, I have to do this because we have honorary guests in the chat. One of my favoriteest people in the entire world. So I'm going to put his comment up and do this simultaneously.
You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
Coach Frenchie in the building. Oh, my goodness.
What's up, Coach?
Coach Frenchie is a hero of the Let's Get Live community. We absolutely love Coach Frenchie. I love his drop. Like, I love playing it. I listen to it every day. It gets my juices going. And big ups to you, Coach Frenchie, man. Keep doing what you do. I know hockey season, ice wrestling, as I call it, is in effect. But yes, live well. Look at him with the emoji game. Let's keep climbing. Let's keep. Yeah. Man, Sammy got jokes. Do I know what a dad tape is? Dude, I used to record all of my albums and stuff, everything on the DAT. I had an amazing DAT. We used to sell DATs at our store, so my brother and I used to literally sell those things. But yes, I know exactly what a DAT is. I have a bunch in the drawer over there, actually. Yes. How you doing, Carly? Good to see you here, Ma. So, Strick, you just, the setup, the prep stuff, just fire. Like, absolute fire.
Appreciate it.
What about?
And we'll have that, Doc, so if people go... Yeah, so I'm gonna try to put it in the comments. So what we're asking people for in the beginning, we have a run-of show. So if you want to run a show, to sign up for that. But we would then send these 11 tips out now. So 10 with a bonus. We'll send these tips out to everybody that got that runner sheet. So I'm gonna find this. So I'm gonna put it in the comments if you don't mind.
Oh no, absolutely. Knock yourself out, bruh. And Scott said he just subscribed to the stream show, so that's good. Paul Dixon said he remembers British Tech Network back when it was Bagel Tech, which is true. No, Coach, thank you, bro. Like, just you being around here is coming. Oh, don't worry. We're getting Coach on. Coach is going to come just to help slap YouTubers around who are, like, still shy, quote, unquote, unquote. You guys know how much I love that. So... Yes. Miss Elaine is here. I love me some Miss Elaine. She is the girl, or Laney as we call her now. Like, good to see her in the building. So I have one more thing I wanted to ask you before we wrap up and go talk to folks in the Clubhouse room. Don't forget, gang, right after this, we're going to go into Clubhouse room inside the Let's Get Live Club. We're only going to be there for a little bit because I'm going to need a break between this and the Zoom call. But we are just going to have an opportunity for you guys to pop back and talk to us without having to do the typey thing. Because if you're like me and you suck at typing, is what it is. People say, Mr. Strick,
yes, sir.
I don't like the sound of my voice. What do you guys say about that?
So is one thing that you actually, it's kind of like, I want to say this. What you like and what your audience likes is two different things. Get over yourself, okay? Because if you are, I'll let that one soak in. You got to get over yourself.
Hey, where's Pastor Keith? You got to let it marinate. Gotta let it marinate.
Get over yourself, because what happens is you are stopping yourself from growing based off of something that's in your head. You are completely in your head in this moment when you really could be making content. I do believe in it as a good sound that you may want to have some compression. You may throw some EQs in, but I don't have anything on this mic. I got a good mic and you just talk. Now, Doc and I both could do this. So Doc and I both could do this. So I would tell people, from all my years in radio, of course, I can go right into hey, this is your boy DJ Strick. Hey man, we coming in live for you. I absolutely love what I do. 95.7 Jams every Sunday morning. You can check me out. But guess what? I have the stream show coming up right now with my man Brant and Strick on the live stream show. We are the stream guys, and we help streamers succeed. It's really that simple. And I go through that cadence and talk, and you do that in between songs and all that kind of stuff. But I have like 20 plus years in the game at doing this. If you don't like something, number one, get over yourself and then work on those things that you feel that you're deficient in. Work on it. You're in the car somewhere,
bruh.
Just turn the radio off and talk. Like that's all I used to.
Fire.
I was doing my Deanna with keeping going, but sometimes you just have to let it sit so everybody can get it.
You gotta let it marinate. Okay, listen. All you guys that are trying to come over, you see what Strick just did? That's what we would call a bumper. Sometimes we would call it a liner. Like every station got their own lingo. But if you feel that you want to get better at it, take your affirmations. Okay, people, don't sleep on affirmations. Affirmations are important. These are things that you need to remind yourself on a daily basis. And what is the affirmation, Let's Get Live, that all Let's Get Live members must say every single day, Strick? Do you remember?
Man, you got me on that.
I am a creator.
That's it.
You have to tell yourself I say it that way on purpose so that you remember. Every single day, stand yourself in front of your mirror and be like, I am a creator. Because there's a different mindset shift between watching YouTube and studying YouTube. All you folks down there in the comment, all you up-and-coming creators, we study YouTube. We're going to be a creator and less of a consumer. So with that daily affirmation, you're reminding yourself. So I would suggest even what Kat just wrote, Kat Mulvihill in the building, she says, you aren't doing this for you, you are doing this for them. You guys hear me say that all the time. Almost every stream I say that. And maybe you have to remind yourself that. So to get more comfortable, go in your mirror and say it like this. Hey, welcome to the show. I want to remind you as a creator, you aren't doing this for you, you are doing this for them. Now let's get it. Like whatever you got to say. Like, juice yourself up, like get used to doing it, and then it becomes a thing. So when someone, comes on and says, hey, can you talk about it? You can find that voice, man. Like you said, 2 years to find your groove as a DJ to get your voice. It took me about the same. It took me about the same. I never was a fan of the guys that come in and attempt to do the John Edwards or the St. John. you know how St. John is the liner guy for like all kinds of radio stations? You're listening to DJ Strick and Brad Collins, the stream guy. I don't know.
Right.
Don't do that, because the day that your dog bit you, or the old lady made you mad, or your boyfriend made you mad, or whatever, you can't do your show with that energy. But you can be yourself with energy. Because even if a day comes and you're having a bad day, you can come out and be like, hey guys, this is Kaizen. Man, today's kind of heavy, but you know what? I wanted to be here for you anyway, so we're still going to do this show. Let's talk about some things, you know, and you can still get into it, and your fan will appreciate you that you're you still. So, yeah, don't do the fake voice thing, but definitely try to get yourself juiced up. Right. That's why Loria does the dance. As much as everyone teases her about it or whatever, Loria does the dance because that gets her a little juice flowing. It gets her positive energy, and then you're ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, saying it in your head is good, but you want to say it out loud. I think that's what Miss D is saying, but you want to say it out loud. What did Kai say that was buy a T-shirt? Oh, yeah, there you go. Get over yourself. Shirtable.
There you go.
For Kat and Paul and the other Paul and Scott and Steve, new guys around here, we hashtag Shirtables whenever there is a knowledge thing, because we have a really dope merch person in our club. I didn't see if they were here today or not, but yeah. The Nixons, yes, the Nixons. And Preston So is the name of their company. So if you're a young creator, not young like in young, I mean young like in new to YouTube, and you need to get merch and you don't want to wait for YouTube to give you the opportunity to buy crappy merch from their vendors, you can get bomb merch from the Nixons, like the shirt that my brother Strick is wearing right now. It's gorgeous.
There you go.
And even these are available, docrock.live/merch. You can get lovely shirts from our great, the Dirk Diggler of YouTube. You're silly. You are exactly. So no worry. I got you, Kat. I understood exactly what you meant. All right. So we're going to wrap this up so that we can dive into Clubhouse. And again, you know, I'm trying to, when I do a guest, keep it to an hour and a half. Strick has so much knowledge that,
come on, man.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to squeeze in. Between the two of us, we have more radio knowledge than Larry King is old. So
that's funny.
That's super funny. Hey, Danny, you late for class, Danny? You have to clean erasers because you are late for class. Okay, I got a lot of rundown to do real quick. I'm just making sure we didn't forget anybody.
And I'm also going to put that link up. I thought I was going to be able to find it. We have a short link to put in there, but I'm going to put it in the notes for in the comments after we get through with this, so everybody will be able to find, number one, the stream shows Runner Show, and then you'll also be able to get those top 10 plus one tips for your guests as well.
Oh my goodness! Oh my God! I'm laughing at Rob because Rob was like, "Get off my lawn." Wait, do you have a lawn in Arizona? Is it like, you know, just blown out and dry? Okay, so here's the rundown of things happening today. And you guys aren't going to want to miss this stuff because, again, you new people who are just around here, our community is fun. We're very fire. We're very fun. We're very loving. We're extremely kumbaya. But we have some sneezes in our group, like Miss Anita, you know, like DJ Strick, like Brant Collins, like Limwell, Mrs. D, Miss Diana Gladney, even young Sammy. Like, you will find yourself learning some stuff from the guy who's not even old enough to have a strong soda, but he has knowledge. So we have some incredible guys in our group. Of course, Lola Kenton, a.k.a. Machete, dropping that link for the Press and Sew shop where you can get all your merch ideas. If you want to launch a merch thing, they have a link on their site now to get you started. So, yes, they are fire. They're absolute fire. So here's what's going to happen. Right now, we're going to slide into Clubhouse. It's going to be a tight room. I'm going to probably run that room for like a half an hour or so, just so we can answer any questions that we missed here on the stream, okay? After that, the link right there, buy me a coffee. You can check if you haven't already got your Zoom ticket. If you're already a patron or a member, you don't have to buy anything. The link is available. That post is unlocked. You just click that link, come into the Zoom call, notebooks, everything, be ready to go. Okay, we're going to talk about tripwires today and why they're important. I also want to remind you, if you haven't done so, but you would love to, please join the membership, because I'm going to bring value to you. And if you have things that you need to share or get out, man, we're going to support each other. Like, that's what our group is about. It's not some weird, like, sub for sub tribe. Like, we're really building like an engaging family. I think the Let's Get Live network is going to explode this year because we have so many powerful and talented folk, and everyone is just, we family. Like, I want to start singing Sister Sledge up in here, but I don't want to get, content knocked. So I won't do it. And after the Zoom call, you can have many hours to rest, get your stretch on, go to the gym, do what you got to do. Tonight is ladies' night, and that's where the women of Let's Get Live get it twisted. And Michelle will be there with she will be there with, I waited hour and a half to do that, Strick.
Michelle will be there. On that, Doc? That was pretty good, brother.
I can't do it like Michelle. Michelle be like, shade.
Right.
Ladies' night. And Let's Get Live every Saturday night. The ladies take over, and they run the building, and it is the most fun, and we have a fantastic time. So again, the group is docrock.live/group. If you're not already a member, please jump in. Kat, please jump in. We would love to have you at our group because you are already awesome. Paul, you're Team Purple, so you're squared away. Big Sky, Montana, you can come in. It says we're just growing young creators, old young creators, like young creators, middle-aged young creators. We're growing creators, and we're having fun. And like, that's the Clubhouse long-term edition. And then, so yes, with that, we're going to bid you adieu. I do want to remind you one more time, because, I want to make sure you don't forget about this. Aloha, this is Doc Rock, and I'm so excited to be the very first guest on the stream show with Strick and Brant. These guys are from the Let's Get Live crew, and they are on the real glow up. So I'm so excited. I can't wait to be there. You're not going to want to miss this. So join us Sunday, January 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be there talking about my live streaming setup and everything you need in order to have a successful stream. Ooh.
That's cool, man.
Check who comes in with the link over here. Brant got the link for the free run sheet.
Thank you. Thank you, Brant. Thank you, Brant. I'm over here trying to get the link, and I can't find it. That's what's another thing with collaborations. Two heads are better than one.
Absolutely. Even if your other collaborative partner, India, is missing because she's on the freeway somewhere, India, we're just going to let it go. We're going to let it go. Right. Yes, ladies' night is legit. And since we're here, don't forget to sign up for my OnlyFans. I'm joking. That's just a joke. Strick, man, we got anything you want to tell them on the way out, brother?
Yeah, meet us at Clubhouse. We're going to go, what's that, the after show party?
Yeah, the after party.
After
the
party,
show, it's the after party.
After party, yeah. So Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you will see the very first the stream show with Strick and Brant, the stream guys, with Doc Rock. He's going to be our guest, man, and I'm super excited about him introducing our show to everybody. Who knows what's going to happen, but we know that this is a great opportunity. And so we will ask for all of your support. And if you don't do anything else for me, I'm asking everybody that's on this live to please go to the stream show, our YouTube channel, and subscribe. We're trying to get 100 subscribers before we even go live. This is not to be vain. We need to be able to have that custom URL. We would like to have it, and we would like your support. So there are some videos there you can see. You can see me and Brant together kind of do some testing there as well. So please go subscribe to that channel. Thank you.
Let's see.
And thanks, Doc, for having me on today, man. This is huge, brother.
Strick and Brant. Dude, you're up there. You guys are climbing up the sub thing right now, so that's good. Miss D said, don't forget, also, we're having a group family watch party. We're going to watch something tomorrow night. Miss D is scheduling. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's okay. Paul can bring his PC. We will beat him up while he's in there. No, Paul, don't worry. We have enough of us that know stuff about PC, so we can still get you twisted. Just come and kick it with us. We are a heavily Mac community, but we're not mean to you that much. But if you bring a Canon M50 and a Blue Yeti and a PC,
it might be a problem.
We might have to box.
Right,
Thank you. Right. See, man, that is so funny. Just making sure everybody is good, and we're going to fade out. We're going to head over to the community real quick. Let me get some audio. Hey, play, dang it. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we talked about Brent, Lim. I appreciate you, man. We put it out there. He's actually doing some setup today, Lim.
Oh, here we go. That's what I did. All right, gang. Aloha.